Hello, crew. How are you today? Who's growing their business organically? If you are, then I want to share with you today 3 of the best places to network with people organically. But I want to put a bit of a spin on one of them and maybe share something with you that you haven't thought about before. So this is something that's come up in discussion for me within my own network marketing team in the last few days. So it's just sort of brought it to the forefront. Like, how do I find more people to talk to? How do I grow my business? And if you're not doing, paid strategies as such and speeding up the process a little bit, what we've got to rely on is organic strategies and networking and building relationships with people. We don't want to spam anybody, but we really want to network with people, have a DMO potentially to talk to more people and build relationships. So if you're building organically, this is the kind of thing that you need to do. So I want to give you 3 tips today regarding, networking organically. And hopefully this will be helpful to you, because this is where most people are at in our industry. Paid advertising is awesome if you know how to do it, but it is a very detailed, learned skill, and you need professional people to teach you how to do that. But if you're not doing paid advertising, then what you do on social media is really important, because you want to attract a lot of people to you. So that comes down to your personal profile and what it looks like, if it's in lockdown or if it's open, it's public. Do you look like somebody that I would like to work with? Those kind of things. So the attraction sort of factor and influence in what you talk about. But if you want to speed things up organically, you've got to network with more people. So this live video is for those of you that are mainly growing organically. And we don't want to push anything on anybody, but we want to build more relationships with more people, because the more people you talk to, the more people you can start a conversation with about how you can help them. Not what you want, not what, you'd be great in my business, or do you want to buy my thing? It might be starting a conversation where you establish a need with somebody, and then you can say, I might have something that can help you with that. Would you be open to looking at some more information? So if you're growing organically and networking is something that you do, then keep listening to this live. Now, just a reminder, there is only like a few days left to join the cool kids in our coaching community and get access to 2 years worth of practical social media training that I've done on branding and content creation and organic growth and paid ads and business pages and personal profiles and Instagram and you name it. You can join that coaching community and get all that training included before the 31st of January. After that, it is gone, can't do it. So check the link above in the description if you want to have a look at that. So who's here with me today? How are you going? How's your day? I've had the best morning. It's morning in my part of the world. I've been hanging out on Clubhouse this morning. So a group of us put together a room and we had an amazing discussion for just over an hour. There was a couple of people from this community that jumped on. If you're in Clubhouse and we're not connected, make sure you follow me and I can follow you back. So my name is just Helen Martin on Clubhouse. So just make sure you find me over there. So things are really heading up there. And it was a pretty cool experience. So there's a group of us that are getting together a few times a week. Only 2 of them work out in my time zone unless I want to jump on at 3 o'clock in the morning. And we're just talking about social media and marketing and stuff like that. And I do have invites. I can invite some of you into Clubhouse. So if you want to know what it's all about and get connected and get an invite, let me know. As I get more invites, I could potentially invite you in, but you need to let me know what your phone number is, because that's how you connect with people on Clubhouse. You have to be connected in your phone with somebody's phone number. So my first ones I'm going to offer to people in my VIP program. So any of my VIPs, if you're listening and you would like an invite to Clubhouse, then hit me up, message me, and we'll hook you up. So lots of fun, lots to talk about in the future regarding Clubhouse. Watch that space. And what I love about it, and what I shared on Club, sorry guys, I know I'm digressing, but this is going to be important, more important than maybe you think moving forward if this platform, does take off. It's actually just talking. There's no images, there's no videos, there's no what you look like, there's no spending hours on graphics. People are just networking and talking and communicating and sharing discussion and asking questions and having real human connection and real discussion about real topics of interest. And you only join a room that you're interested in listening to. So our topic this morning was about building how to increase engagement on social media. So we talked for an hour about all these different strategies, and there's a whole lot of us with different skills that contributed to the conversation. It was amazing. So something you want to learn more about, and I'll share more about, but it is still exclusive. You have to be invited into the platform. So you have to be connected with somebody who's already on the platform and has invites to get out. So the more you use the platform, the more invites we get to invite people in. So watch that space, but lots of fun, great discussion, just back to bare bones of let's have a real good chat about, things on social media and what can help you grow your business. So watch that space. Anyway, I digress. Who is here? We've got Cindy. How are you tonight? I'm awesome, thank you. Hello, Christine. How are you? We've got Matthew here as well. Cynthia is here. Good to see you. We've got Michael as well. Laurie, hello. We've got Patricia. Yvette was on Clubhouse with us today. What did you think, Yvette? Hello, Barbara. Great to see you live. We've got Beth here as well. Ellie's here, one of our new coaching community members. So Ellie, you're one of the cool kids now, so welcome. Cherie was on Clubhouse with us, which was awesome. And anybody that appears like that, it means you're watching from my group and not my page. And you just need to click the StreamYard link above for me to see who you are. We got Sophie here as well. How are you? Good to see you on. Louisa, great to see you here. How are you? Hello, Joanne. Good to see you here. We've got Olive. We've got Heather. We've got Ford. We've got Linda. You guys are amazing. And somebody else that I don't know who is, the Curiosity. So if anybody appears like that, it just means I'm broadcasting on my page and my free group at the same time. So it just means you're watching from that group and you need to give StreamYard permission for me to see who you are. So let's talk about networking. Who does networking organically? I'd love to know. Is this part of how you grow your business on social media? Is that you build relationships and you network with people? So whether you do paid strategies or not, I hope you all answer yes to that, because you want to build more relationships with more people, because the more people you build relationships, the more conversations you can have to talk to people about your business if that is the right thing to do and the conversation goes that way. Okay, so I'm going to give you my 3 hot tips for best places to network on social media. And this may not be new to you, but I want to give you potentially new things to look at or a different way to think about things. So the first one is groups. Great place to network with people is in groups. But here's what I encourage you to do a little bit differently in groups. I would encourage you to be a creator in groups, and not just a consumer looking at people's comments and commenting back. Post in a group. Give value in a group. Hot tip, you can get much more attention and spend less time networking in groups if you post in a number of groups. You will create attention to yourself by a post. And by your post, maybe you've got something meaningful written at the top and you ask a question, like a call to action. What if you got 10 or 20 people that loved what you had to say, your piece of value, and they commented, underneath? Then you've got 10 to 20 new connections that you didn't have to spend 2 hours going through groups looking at, okay, what somebody said, can I answer that? I'll answer somebody's question. Like, it's actually a far more effective use of your time if you're actually a creator in groups, if you're allowed to. There are rules. There are some groups that won't allow you to post, so you do have to play within the rules with certain groups. But I would encourage you not to just go into groups and look for people to network with as far as commenting back. Actually, if you can, within the rules of the group, post something valuable in the group and be a creator in the group and get your name known for being somebody that posts valuable information every now and again. So if somebody sees your name more than once, and that was really good. Oh, I'm sure she posted that, a couple of weeks ago, or he. And that's a really useful tip as well. You'll get more visible. You'll be seen more than just if you individually go and comment back on. And not that that's wrong. And if you've got the time to do it, absolutely still continue that practice. But I would encourage you to be a creator in group, not just somebody who's looking for comments to reply to. Does that make sense? So groups is number one, but try to be, a creator, not just a consumer. Number two is other people's business pages of like interest to you. And it doesn't always have to be, in entrepreneurship or, things like that. If you just want to meet more people, you can go to business pages that are of an interest of yours. So what is something that you love doing? And just type it in the, in the search button of Facebook, but choose pages instead of people, instead of groups. So choose an actual page. It might be another sort of person that you're following. So it could be an individual, like my kind of page, or it could be an interest group that somebody's got a page about something that you love doing, gardening or something or other, and start hanging out with people and, on that page. So other people's business pages are actually a great place to network and meet people and have a conversation with, not to spam. There are people that, on my page, they try to even build when I say relationships, like certain individuals try to hook up with people because it's a public page. This is a public page on my page. Like, you don't want to do spammy things like that. But if you want to network with more people that are like-minded with you, go and find some other business pages and network with some people of a similar interest to yours, because there could be some perfect people hanging out there. The other thing that surprised me the other day, because I have talked about this a few times, this is the third one, is other people's Facebook ads. And I mentioned this, what was I talking about? Like yesterday or the day before, about, when you hide all your history, the reason that you have history and Facebook use that history is to send you stuff that you're already clicking on. So you get more of it. You've probably noticed that. But if you use that to your advantage and you use that strategically, there are amazing people hanging out in the comments sections of other people's ads that are similar to ads that you are looking at, or even if you're a creator of ads, you do Facebook advertising similar to yours. So you don't want to hide ads of people that are doing something similar to you. You want to go and look at the people that have commented and engaged, hover over their name, and then go over to their profile if they're not in lockdown, and go and like something of theirs, comment something of theirs if their profile is public. You know what it's like for you when you suddenly get engagement or a comment from somebody that you don't know, you've never heard of before. Are you not curious as to who that person is and what they're about? So you go and check out their personal profile, and you think, and this is the importance of your personal profile. You want somebody to look at your personal profile and go, they look like a pretty cool person to hang out with, like to get to know. They're having a good time with life, or they're just happy. I know there's a lot of you in lockdown and not doing much at the moment, but it doesn't mean you can't be seen as a pretty cool person on social media without going out and about a lot. So your personal profile is really important, but there are amazing, perfect prospects for you that are in the comments sections of other people's Facebook ads. So when one hits your newsfeed, what's the reason that you're seeing it? Is it something you do want to see that's like-minded and it's an ad of interest? Have a look at the people in the comments section and maybe go and network with those people. They could be perfect for you to start a conversation with. If it's a totally untargeted ad that you really don't want to see, in your news feed, that's got nothing to do with what you're doing or whatever, then just get rid of that ad. So there's more room for more targeted ads. But this is one of the reasons that you don't necessarily want to turn off your off Facebook activity, because you want to see those kind of ads of the similar people to you that have got similar interests to you. Is this making sense? I want to know your thoughts around that. But just to summarize, groups is a great person to network. And remember, this is all about, doing things organically and teaching people that are new to social media where to connect with more people in a non-spammy way. So groups is great, but if the group rules allow it, post something in the group. Don't just go and troll the comments in the group. The second one is other people's business pages, but not only, in the business world or health and wellness, if that's your company, those kind of things. What have you got an interest of that you could actually put some comments in and give some value and things like that? So go and make some friends over on other business pages because it's targeted to that brand, to that whatever that person has got that business page for. It's very specific. You network with human beings, as individuals on personal profiles. You've got no idea necessarily what they're about or what they like or what they do. But when you go and target people on a business page, they're there for a reason. So go and target something for a particular reason. And, as I said, it could just be a hobby of yours, but you've got a common interest, which then you could become friends with somebody and you never know where that's going to lead to. And the third one is looking at people that are commenting on other people's ads that are of interest to you. So don't be that person that goes, I'm sick of seeing all these ads. You're probably sick of seeing the same type of ads because you've clicked on so many of them before. But use it for a strategic reason, not get annoyed with it, because there could be some amazing people for you to connect with in that comments section. Okay. So just checking what you guys completely organic from Laurie. I do. So organic king here. Cool. Me, organic. So this kind of stuff is important to you then, guys. But stand out from the crowd and find different people. All organic for me. Hey, Chantel, how are you? Meeting up with some new friends tonight. The cool girls in a singles group on Facebook, building relationships. Well, there's something that's outside what you do for a business, but you've got a common interest with some ladies that you can start new conversations with. So that's pretty cool. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse for anybody in this industry to say, I don't know how to build my business. You just need to be more proactive and set a daily method of operation to go and hang out in 3 core places I've just given you, groups, but go and be valuable in a group, business pages of a like-minded, reason. So it's very targeted. So that's pretty cool. And then in the comments section of other ads where you've also got an interest or a common goal or something like that. So the average person, if you are trying to build your business on social media and you do it organically, you have to expect to put the time and effort in to meet new people. Otherwise, how the hell are you going to build your business? You can't sit there and just post and expect that people are going to want what you have or join you in your business if you're not actually building genuine relationships with people. And that takes time. You don't walk into a room with people at a party and go, buy my stuff, or do you want to join me in my team? You have a conversation with people first. Hi, how are you today? So what do you do with yourself? Oh, how's that going? How's COVID affected you? In the last few months with that, whatever. You have a conversation with people before you talk to them about your business. So what you do in person, do on social media and be more social and meet more people, but just be a little bit more strategic about it through those 3 ways. Okay. Hello, Grace. Great to see you on. I know it's late in your part of the world. Hello, Cindy. I agree and love my group. Way easier to network. Hey, Terry, how are you? That's a great idea. Good. Sounds great. Very time poor for me. So that's a great tip. So going back to that groups one, if you actually post in a group rather than spending a lot of time actually networking inside the group, you could actually get more attention for less time and less effort. Try it. Just try it. Test things and evaluate things and see how they work. I always check out the comments of ads. Cool. Networking groups are so powerful. Yes, Emma. I got deleted off a group and I just made a simple comment. but got lots and lots of attention. So somebody was probably threatened by whatever it is that you said, whoever that is. And, some people are skeptical. So they may have not thought that you had the right intentions or, whatever it is. So, groups are going to be a bit like that. It's going to be a bit hit and miss sometimes with who owns the group. I know in my social media group where some of you are watching from right now, if somebody puts anything in there slightly spammy, I don't even give them the benefit of the doubt. I actually just delete them. I delete the post and I delete the person because I just don't allow it. But if somebody starts a conversation or asks a question, then I'll approve that and allow that. So it's up to the person that runs the group as to whether they accept, what you're doing in the group. Exactly how we became friends, Emma. Well, there you go. I like the one you say about the plate of cookies. Yeah, and if you don't know what that means, basically that's just not being tied to the outcome. So if you have a plate of cookies and you go around a room and you say, would you like a cookie? And someone says no, someone says yes, someone says no, someone says, oh, I better not, I'm on a diet. Someone says, yeah, I'll love one. Do you get offended and go to water because somebody didn't want your cookie? No, just somebody didn't want your cookie. So this is the same in the industry. Like some will, some won't. So what? Next. You know how that goes. We're just making friends and being a human before you're a marketer, being a human before you're a marketer. And think about what you would do as a human versus what you're doing on social media as a marketer. So if you're doing too much marketing, you need to bring it back and be more of a human and have more of a conversation like you would if you were standing with somebody in a gathering personally. You wouldn't say, drop your favorite emoji, let me know what you're thinking. You'd say, how are you today? You'd have more of a conversation and you'd ask questions of somebody. You would network. You'd be a human. Make sense? I think I need to do a bit more of that. Meet a lot of people. When I began Facebook, I jumped back in. We're in a networking business. And if you're not spending lots of money on Facebook ads and bringing in the leads that way, then and organic's your thing, there is never a lack of people to talk to. There is never a lack of people to network with. Just have a little bit of strategy around it rather than just go to Facebook and just randomly talk to people. Like go into targeted groups, go into business pages that you've got some thought about and go into the comments of other people's ads. But, build the relationship first. Okay. Beth, making it part of my DMO. Great ideas. Going to bake virtual cookies. Awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. For those of you that are growing organically, I hope that's helpful. Just be a little bit more strategic with your time because the reason that a lot of you are on social media is because you don't, at the end of the day, I guess what we all want is that time freedom. And when you're networking on social media, it does take time. It takes energy. And for a lot of you, life gets in the way. And then another day goes where you haven't networked. Another day goes where you haven't reached out to anyone. Another day goes by where you haven't created a new conversation with anyone. And, it can be very easy to go weeks and months and, you haven't really talked to anybody new, but you're complaining about your business not growing. Your business grows with you, not for you. It requires a lot of effort, especially if you're growing organically. These are the kind of things that you have to do. And, do live videos and posts and attract attention to yourself. Like be somebody who's entertaining, educational, inspirational to people. That's all part of it as well, because when you start networking, guess what they go and do? They go back to your personal profile and check out who you are for the most part. If you've got a business page, they might find that somewhere along the line. But for the most part, you've got to make sure that your social media presence is, that you're consistent and all those kind of things that you already know. Okay. So I won't rehash all of that. Cherie, thank you so much. Awesome ideas as usual. So great. I hope this has been helpful to some of you. So remember the link above that's going away on the 31st of January for any of you that are not already one of the cool kids in our coaching community. And I will see you guys same time tomorrow. So I'll catch you then. Bye.